I swear to God, everybody's trying to make me go absolutely insane. Good Christ. What would you do with a drunken sailor early in the morning? Absolutely nothing. Just fucking leave him alone. He's been through enough. All right, let's see how this goes. Like most things in life, all good things must end. Whether it's a perfect day, your favorite movie, the end of your STD medication, or your favorite podcast. But don't worry, we'll be back before you know it, bitter than ever, here at America's Most Unwanted.
How many times did it
Wow.
take it? How many times did it take
Wow.
it this time?
The first time. Wow.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Shocked.
There we go. That's a good sign. It only took to the end of the first season for you to connect
Log on.
properly.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show, everybody. Alongside the always fabulous Cynthia Macy, I am your less carbonated host this week, Eric Heiner.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. Everybody who was offended by the last episode when I started off with the burp, now I've upset the other half that enjoyed it. So
I thought it was brilliant, but
my bad, everybody. Hey, nobody was more shocked about it than me.
Listen, when you played that for me, I mean, I laughed. I had you play it how many times over?
It was a lot.
Yeah,
it
multiple
was like
times. Yeah, I was like, play it again because it was hysterical.
It was a good one.
It was.
I spent the last week or so trying to come up with like 3D topics, not like three-dimensional, but like the number 3 and D topics.
Okay.
Or words. I couldn't come up with any because it ruined the original season finale title, which was Eric talks about Cindy's triple D's. And it was just, I'm like, shit, I got nothing. I got nothing here. But then I'm like, her mom's going to listen to us. Her dad is going to listen to us. I'm going to be getting a punch in the face from somebody.
Oh, my God.
I mean, I deserve one. I'm just saying. But, yeah, I couldn't come up with anything. So, in the midst of this episode, if 3 Ds come up, I'm writing them down. And then we'll already have the title for episode 1, season 2.
Right.
So it'd be good to go there. How was your week off? You had another busy week last week.
I did. It's all, I had a baseball game for work. That was fun. We had a great night as far as weather.
Had a baseball game for work. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah. What does that mean?
All these dinners and baseball games and fucking cornhole and whatever else you're doing.
Mm-hmm. It's my only social life. So I take it as it comes. It's all I got right now.
That's what she said.
Man, I walked into that one.
So also what she said. So tonight we have to listen for heavy breathing, right? That's heavy breathing. That's how we know you're getting fired up, right?
Yes. Because I've noticed and I don't want to say it because then if people play things back and like really listen to it, or listen forward, then they're going to really pick up on it. So I don't even want to say it. Like when you put it,
listen for heavy breathing.
When you tell somebody you're saying something or doing something during a show and then you play it back and you're like, oh my God, yeah, it's all the time. Like, and I don't want to do that because I hear it and it drives me crazy. I just, I tend to get a little huffy when I get
huffing and puffing,
a little aggravated over a topic or what we're talking about.
I see.
Yes.
Any other sponsors you'd like?
No, I'm good with booze and
Booze and condoms for you. I want TV and baseball subscriptions with cigars.
You know, trips to places I've never seen, you know.
If we
Cruise
can also
lines.
get cruise lines,
Yeah.
there we go. We can do this from abroad and
American
visit other
cruise
countries.
lines. That would be so awesome. Oh my God, that'd be great, wouldn't it?
Go to other countries and be like, tell us about your dating here.
Go on a cruise and do a total podcast. That'd be great. We're giving out ideas to other people. Don't do it.
I find woman. I say I like you. You marry me. We marry. Oh, interesting.
Yeah, because we haven't been on. We skipped a week.
We skipped another week because you were busy again.
I was. And then, well, I thought we tried to do it, but then you got busy.
And then I got busy.
Yeah, I had something, and then you had something, so the week was shot.
I'm like, fuck it, route.
Yeah. So
I would like a cereal sponsor.
Cereal.
So, if Captain Crunch is looking to sponsor anybody,
I would like to for Toyota to sponsor us. That'd be great.
Toyota, you want Toyota? Well, I want Captain Crunch because one, I love it, but two, Captain Crunch is like dating, right? You look at it, you're like, wow, that looks really nice. It smells good. It tastes great. But if you go in too quickly, that shit is like razor blades in your mouth.
Yep.
So, Captain Crunch, yes. Fruity Pebbles, no, thank you. That's just wet flavored
Mush.
Sawdust. I don't want that.
My favorite, even into my 20s, which was like, is terrible, but my favorite cereal was Count Chocula.
So like 3 years ago, Count Chocula. All right.
Yeah.
So you were only happy for like 6 weeks out of the year?
Count Chocula, that was it. It wasn't Boo Berry or Frankenberry.
Don't ever knock Boo Berry. I'll end this show right now. I grew up on Boo Berry and Chef Boyardee mini raviolis.
Beefaroni was my thing.
Beef, yeah. I bet.
Oh God.
Okay.
And it begins.
And so it began. Hey, why don't you tell how's work going this week? How was work yesterday? How's your IT guy?
Oh man.
He makes us all bad.
Listen, I called him 2 days in a row and sat there for 2 days in a row waiting on him to fix something, and it never got fixed. And I kept getting, I'm going to call you. And then when he tells me he called me and no one answered, which I find is bullshit, because I answer all the phones for the whole company right now. And if I don't get the phone call, it gets bounced to somebody else. So somebody always picks up the phone. So I'm calling bullshit on that statement.
So you dealing with the IT guy the last couple of days, it's kind of like a relationship. It's like dating.
Non-existent.
Non-existent, bad communication.
Yes.
So
ghosting.
Sounds like lies, ghosting.
Right. Yeah.
And then magically it started working this morning.
It magically, when I called
7:30
this morning and left a voicemail, somehow my screen, it said disconnected from server, and it went down and then popped back up, and boom, it worked perfectly.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's craziness.
Mm-hmm.
That's craziness.
Like
it's
magic.
It's magic.
Yeah.
It's magically delicious. Just like Lucky Charms.
Because now that was my third phone call.
Well, it's Wednesday, so.
Yeah, well, he's backing up my work that I have to get done for the week. But
what day have we not recorded on?
What?
What day have we not recorded on during the week? Friday? Saturday? That's
Thursday.
About it? Did we do a Thursday?
I don't know if we did a Thursday, but definitely Friday and Saturday we have not done.
Okay. Season 2, everybody. Shouldn't you guys be out on dates? We're
No.
recording a show.
Yeah,
Okay, we're recording a show.
we have
about
priorities.
not going on dates. Okay.
Priorities. Staying
Who
in the house.
Fuck, are you to tell me?
Staying in the house away from everybody.
Stay in the house with. It's the safest place to be.
Yeah. Yes.
It's the safest place to be.
Especially my week that I've been having with drivers lately. Like this week has been hellacious with the drivers, and just the inconsiderate people who just think that they can do whatever they want to do in their cars.
You're just mad because you got bullied by a bunch of prepubescent teen boys on bicycles.
That was one that was the icing on the cake for me. But then the lady who went to run the red light and almost T-boned me, that was number one.
And then gave you the "what's your problem" look.
And I basically, her window was down. I, came around her and I was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And she was like,
I don't know.
But I swear to God, she was like passing. She went around somebody and got in front of them at the intersection there where Garrity's is in Luzerne. And because she was like flipping out and whatever, but she was going to run that light. And I was making the turn because I had the green, and she would have hit me. She would have hit me good. And that would have been that.
Listen, if that pizza doesn't get there in 30 minutes or less.
And then I would have got out of the car and beat her ass.
Normally, I would say we don't condone violence, but we all know that's a lie.
In that situation where you are putting people in danger and you run a red light and I get hit, now game, that's, yeah.
Maury has determined that was a lie.
It's happening. So yeah, it's been a hellacious week with people on the road for some reason. People are just walking out in traffic. Bikes in front of my car won't let me through. People going to run a red light. People just, doing what they want to do. Flat tires while they're driving on flat tires while they're on the Cross Valley. That's awesome.
We all got places to be. You really gotta.
Yeah.
Really got to get out there above and beyond. I appreciate it. It's a real commitment. It's a real commitment. And then I will mention here, I'll just get the hot take out of the way now. This will get us. Well, it'll get me in trouble. Won't get you in trouble. I don't know. We'll see what your response is. Excuse me. So my hot take was if you have a child who is in Gen Alpha, so like middle school, elementary age, don't. And this is for men and women. It's not just for women. It's for both. If you have that, don't be worrying about getting dates and going out and securing a partner. Just raise your kid, because they are dumb. They are the worst right now. That's not get off my lawn, Eric, either. That is like teachers everywhere are like, these kids are the worst. So prioritize. They're only little ones. Teach them to read. And don't worry. You'll have more than enough time. We're prime examples. You'll have more than enough time to go out and hate dating life as much as everybody else later on.
Right. You'll sit around like we are.
Yeah, you'll sit around like we are. So just stay home with your kid. Teach them manners. Educate them. Teach them not how to be little shits.
Teach them not to be an asshole adult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because as we've mentioned before, right? Stupid breeds stupid.
Yes.
So.
But the reason you're saying this is because you saw something.
I was watching. I don't know if people know this, but I enjoy watching videos on YouTube. And there was just a bunch of teachers on there who were just have had it, like most teachers do at the end of the school year, right? My mom taught for 30 years, but end of the school year, they're all tired. They're tired of themselves. They're tired of these kids. They're tired of the parents. They're just absolutely tired of everything. But the kids now are just absolutely, they're just nightmares.
And that's pretty bad when they're young kids and teachers are like,
yeah,
I fucking had it.
Well, because they just talk back. Like we've talked about before. Like if we talk back to one of our teachers,
Oh my gosh.
like I'm expecting hands to
Yeah.
be placed on me,
Yes.
and feet. But now they're like, what are you going to do? They just say shit to you. Like, again, my mom wanted me to be a teacher. This is another reason, prime example, why I could not have been a teacher. I'd be a teacher now. And if I was teaching like fourth grade,
I'd
I was
be in
like, come on,
jail.
guys, you got to get up against the wall. We got lined up for the bus. And like, I do what I want. I'd be like, they're going to be one less person on this fucking planet. Ethan.
Yeah.
You know, you can't strike a child. The fuck I can't. I just did. I can do anything.
Yeah. Everybody is out of control.
And not like Janet Jackson.
No. No.
Oh no, she was in control, wasn't she?
Yes.
She had control.
Right.
I called her Miss Jackson because
you're nasty.
Yeah. Thank you for getting it. I was going to leave it there, but you got it. So thank you. I appreciate it. I am sorry, Miss Jackson.
Stupid.
So for the season finale here, which I don't know, season 2 might start next week.
Yeah, it might. Yeah.
We never know.
No.
What was your suggestion for us before we started a season 2 that we should do what?
That we should have a word that we say during our shows that we take shots to, or people take shots to while we are talking.
We do, the audience, everybody.
Yeah.
So
you have to be mindful, but not like we are going to do it just to do it, but we also have to be mindful. Oh shit, I just said it.
So if the R word is one of the words of the day,
yes.
Be prepared. Have a fresh bottle of whatever.
Right.
Listeners. No, that was a good one.
Or the fuck word. I mean, that's
the F word, R word, basically any curse. Just be prepared. We should just have a curse episode. Then anytime we curse, it'll be a 6-minute show because
God knows what we'll be talking about after all that.
So that was a good one, but you also had another good suggestion for
don't I always
the next season to get. Oh God, no, I'm doing it. I'm giving you the eyes. No, your other suggestion for what we need to do before we start another season.
What was that?
We have to actually go out.
Oh yes, we actually have to go out in public and actually live a little bit to get some content to bring it back to the show and realize that we're good not going out.
I thought it was an excellent suggestion. I immediately vetoed it for myself.
Yeah.
But hey, you're more than welcome to do whatever you like.
Actually go out and live publicly a little bit. And just get, because right now all I do, I know you work from home a lot. So all I do is go from home to work to home. And then my weekend is from home to grocery store to a little bit of shopping to home. That's it. Well, that's life.
I work from home for public safety.
Yeah.
So.
But actually get out there and be a little bit social and,
I'm going to try.
Just the thought of it makes me want to
I'll live stream it. I will live stream me going out, and it'll be me walking to the corner, be like, okay, I'm gonna go over this bar.
He takes the garbage out,
and
does a wave to a neighbor.
Get a drink. Hey,
and then goes back in.
Good. Oh fuck this shit, and go back in.
Right.
No, I said I'll walk over to a local establishment to get some drinks and food.
Yeah.
And talk to other humans, and I'll be sitting down there for 2 minutes, and I'll be like, oh boy.
Yeah, this is.
I've made a huge mistake.
Right.
This is the worst.
It's almost not to the point, but it's almost like a social anxiety.
Yeah.
Like you want to do it, but then you get there and you're just like, because I know that I've been feeling it lately where I'm walking in some place and I'm just like, oh God.
Yeah, no, I tell myself I gotta
And
get
then
out more.
and then you sit down and you're like, okay, and then you get your drink and you're okay, and then someone starts to talk to you and you're just like, oh,
Yeah, and then I stand up and I'm like, why is this species this way? And then I walk out and everyone's like, what's that guy's problem?
yeah. The goal is to get out more.
So we'll have to.
We don't
gotta
know if
get out
that's going to
more.
happen or not, but
It's spoiler alert. It's not. Um. So yeah. So we'll have a word of a day. We'll actually try to get out and do things.
Yeah.
And I don't know if we get enough people to send comments or then we'll do a live. We'll do a live from some bar
yes.
if they sponsor it.
Yeah. I would like people to comment and actually give us something that they want to hear us actually get fired up about.
Well, I mean, at this point, they're like, life, go.
Yeah.
Let me tell you about life. Worst cereal possible.
Mm.
Maybe that should tell you something right there. A cereal called Life is
You're right.
trash. There you go. That's all you need to know.
Right. That's it.
This isn't. I thought it was going to be better, but it's not. Yep. Life.
Yep. Soggy.
How about you, Soggy? How about you play the board game? This isn't fun at all. Yeah.
I know, right?
Isn't
that so? That is the facts, isn't it? Between the cereal and the fucking game,
Life,
sucks.
Cereal and board game blow. Not even the good blow. Blow. Cereal underwhelming. Game. What's the fucking point of this?
Right.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
I feel like and God forbid if you're eating Life while playing Life, then the game after that is sorry.
So, right. Yeah, trouble.
Followed by trouble.
Right.
And then you play Monopoly.
They're all subliminal messages.
Top out. Yeah.
All subliminal messages.
If you don't like Life, we're sorry, but you'll be in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks. Nothing like that board game Bitches and Hoes I played. That was always ran out of money real fast though. It was weird. New from Parker Brothers. Drunk and horny. You'll catch something.
Oh Lord.
A disease, hands, paternity test, whatever. Drunk and horny. Catch it at your local bar this weekend.
Oh my god.
So this is episode 9.
Yeah.
So it's what we call in the biz transition. So this is episode 9. We've covered a lot here in these few weeks. Ups and downs.
8 weeks.
I had cat scratch fever for an episode and couldn't talk.
Yes.
Yeah, we've had a lot. There's a lot we've discussed.
I've gotten fired up over stuff and
wow. Yeah, technology
and stupid people and
so what have we learned about dating through our podcast? What have we learned?
Absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
I think we've just solidified what we already thought before.
What we already know.
Dating is terrible. I don't care. It's terrible at any age. If you're 14, dating sucks. If you're in college, dating sucks. If you're in your 20s, it's no good. If you're in your 30s, it's just not good.
No.
Dating isn't fun.
And I watch all these things like on Instagram or whatever, and there's people that actually have videos and ask people that question: how's dating in 2024? And the comments, I love reading the comments. They're hysterical. People are like, it's trash, it's a dumpster fire. Yeah. Stuff like that. And it's hysterical. So I'm like, all right, so we're not in this, it's not just us.
Dating in like your late teens and in college. So if you're in high school and in college, dating is like shopping at I don't know what's a higher, like Saks Fifth Avenue, right?
Okay.
Everything's new and fresh and trendy, right? This is great. Then you get into your
And
20s,
there's
and you're like,
and wait, let me add this. And there's
okay,
no bullshit of there's no baggage. There's no
well, it's a fresh item off the
right.
hanger, right?
Everything is like there. Nothing's jaded. You're not jaded at this point.
No,
Right.
so you're still good there. And then your 20s, it's like, okay, I know we're not at Saks anymore, but we're at we're at Target now, right? There's a lot of stuff here, right? A lot of options. There's probably more. I'm going to get more than what I needed, right? I'm gonna make stupid, impulsive decisions and do things and get things I don't need because that's Target.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what your 20s are for, right?
Yeah.
Don't be so serious. Don't be so stressed out. 20s are for making mistakes and being a fool, right? That's what your 20s are for. 30s, 30s is like shopping at Walmart, right? You're like, I don't want to do this. Why am I here? I hate everybody. What the fuck is wrong with these? Why is everybody in pajama pants?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can only go early in the morning, but then there's not a lot of stuff. It's just, but you have to do it. You're like, I got to get this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to pay a lot of money, so I'm going to Walmart. That's dating in your 30s. Early 40s is like dating at Ollie's. And then like your late 40s onward, it's basically your
Salvation Army.
Salvation Army. You're like, I don't know, maybe there's something here worthwhile. Maybe I'll find a gym.
Yeah, that's
Maybe I'll
so
find
true.
maybe I'll find something I gave the Salvation Army. Oh shit! Look, hey, that's mine. It's still here. Hey, great. So that's
The diamond in the
how I feel
rough.
dating. Yeah, you're like, oh wow, this is great. I can't believe I found this.
Yeah.
Where did you get that from? Salvation Army. Oh my god, that's crazy.
Right.
That's what dating is like, right? You
Mhm.
go from through all these phases.
So what happens when it's like 50 and above? Then what? You're digging in the
50 and above.
you're digging in the dumpsters.
I would say 55 and above.
You're in a dumpster.
I wouldn't even say you're dumpster diving. You're just your grocery store senior citizen Tuesday shopping.
Right.
Yeah, like I don't care what's going on. I just want.
I'm here for the music.
I just want these navy beans half off. And I may slam the can on the ground because dented cans are cheaper as well. So
right.
So yeah, it sucks at any age, but it's really worse at this age. What have you learned about yourself through this show? Anything about like your mindset or any personality traits that you have that you're like, oh, this probably isn't the best that I need to work on?
Everything right now aggravates me.
You've reached that phase of life.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Everything aggravates me.
Is it hot flashes bringing that on, or
no? I don't get hot flashes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Just my tolerance level has really. I don't have one anymore. And I try to keep it. I try to keep it in check, and I try to know that I'm like getting out of control as far as like my angst with things. But at this age, when what I'm going through, it doesn't work. Like you can keep it under control as much as possible. You're gonna snap out on somebody somewhere.
So you're not really worried about time management. You're worried about rage management.
Yeah.
Okay. I get it. I think for myself,
I'm hormonal right now, so I'm no good with trying to keep things. I'm trying, like, I'm just trying to be very mindful about it. I'm trying to be like, learn things about, all this kind of stuff that's going on. But I definitely notice a change in myself when it comes to my tolerance. Yeah.
I tried to be a better person once. I didn't
Once.
I didn't care for it. Didn't really care for it.
All I know
Uh,
is here. I'll tell you this. All I
okay.
know is that I'm not like these total douchebags that we've talked about on this show. I can tell you that right now.
Not a
I'm not.
total douchebag.
No, I'm not one of these people that we've talked about that doesn't care, doesn't notice, isn't mindful, isn't this or that. Like, I know that I'm not that person. I try to be very aware of how I'm being, what I'm saying, and how I'm acting towards everybody else.
I
Because I see what's happening and it's happening towards like me, or it's just happening in general in public, just being out in public. And I don't want to be like those people. So that's what I've, learned is I don't want to be like this. I never was really like that, but I going forward and getting older and getting like, you know, hormonal, I don't want to be like that. So yeah.
I'm gonna let my nerd out here for a second. I realized I used to be like Luke Skywalker in the first Star Wars, where somebody says something and he's listening and they're like, I don't wonder if he cares at all, and he's like, I care, and they walk away from him. I was that guy. I was like, hey, I'm a good guy. I care. I'll help out. And then later in life, I became more like Han Solo. Just whatever. People are like, I love you. Yeah, I know. And now I'm just the Joker. It's just chaos. Let chaos ensue. I love it. The worst things get at times, I'm all for it. That's a horrible thing to say, but I'm a horrible person. That's why I say it.
I don't understand why you say that.
What, that I like chaos?
No, that you're a horrible person.
I don't know, because I can be a better person, right? I'm the one thing
You just don't want to be?
that I hate the most, right? What do I always say? I hate willfully ignorant people. I know I could do things to be better and
Yeah.
be a better person, but I'm just so bitter and angry at a lot of things. Not necessarily people, like individual people, like
Yeah.
people. That I'm just like, no, they don't deserve it. They don't deserve help, which
Mm.
is a shitty way to be and think about things. But I've done a lot to help people in my life, and like I've said repeatedly, just get kicked in the dick for it. So yeah, I just don't help anymore because I'm trying to
I
keep
feel
the
like
testes I got.
again, I think that you get to a point where you again reach a certain age where you're just tired. Like you've done all of this for so long, or you've helped, you've given, and now it's just like I don't want to do it anymore.
I've asked my dad. I've asked some other people. At what point in life do you become Republican? When does that happen? When did I go from being we should help everybody out, Eric, to how much money we give them? Fuck those people. When does that happen? Do you want to hear about World War II? Yeah, I do actually. When does that happen? I don't know when, but I feel the switch.
Yeah.
Are we more upset with how things are, or are we more upset because they're not the way we want things to be?
Meaning what, though?
Well,
With what?
we've talked about it before, and we've talked about it on the show about you would get upset because you're like, why is it this way? It shouldn't be this way. Should be like this. And I would be like, well, because it's not. And you'd be like, well, that's bullshit. That's nonsense. And not disagreeing with you, it is nonsense and it's bullshit that things are the way they are. But are we more upset at the way things are, whether it's dating or life or this country, whatever?
Mm.
Are we more upset at the way things are, or because they're not the way that we think they should be? That we all know, we've talked about before, right? We all know right and wrong. We know the way things should be, especially when it comes to
I
dating,
think the
which
way
is what we're
things
talking
are.
about.
I think the way things are.
Okay.
Because we all know how it should be, but it's not the way it is. So I think it's the way things are now is not great.
That's putting it mildly.
And that's across the board.
Yeah.
You give me one good thing to shut me up. I don't think it's out there.
2-day Amazon Prime.
That doesn't happen sometimes. Most times.
It hasn't happened for the last 5 things, but
I just think that but okay, well, here's my question with this whole mindset that we're in right now. Because like if you listen to your like parents or your grandparents, you're like, oh, back in the day, back in my day, it was so good. It was so, everybody says back in the day, it was so good. Every generation says that.
We say it.
We say it now. But was it? Like, is it? Now like the generation, now this generation, are they going to look back like on these years and go, oh, it was so great, but we think it sucks because we know a different thing? You know what I'm saying? Like, so what is actually good and what isn't good? Because I feel like everybody thinks a different generation had a great generation. Did we or didn't we?
I think we did. Because everything was always better than the generation before, right?
Because I remember growing up and my parents or my family members would be like, oh my God, this show, I can't believe they're saying this on TV. The music sucks. But then now everybody's playing 80s music because it was so good, because now today music isn't that great. You know what I mean? It's always like a constant like recycle almost.
I think every generation thinks that their generation was the peak of civilization, right?
Right.
The problem is for us is that it kind of was, right? We think about us in our early age and think about where we were.
We were before internet,
end of the 20th century. But we weren't. Well, we were before internet, but we were also in that prime rage, or age. Rage comes later. Age that when that technology came along, we were still okay with it. It was smooth for us. It wasn't like our parents and their parents and our grandparents. They struggled with it because they're just like, I have no tie to this. I don't know how any of this works. I'm confused about everything. We were in it. It was smooth. It grew as we grew.
Right.
So as technology got better, we were right along with it. When the internet showed up and all that stuff, we were right in it. We were at that perfect age. We were all growing at the same time.
Right.
So we remember how things used to be, whether it's life, families, dating, everything. We remember how things used to be, right? If you got a girl's number, you had to know her number. You had to call that. You had to get through her father first.
Right.
Hi, can I talk to Cindy? Who's this? None of your fucking business. Like I can't do that. You couldn't text people. You couldn't do any of this stuff. When we were out, right? We're feral. Nobody knew where we were. We're like POWs, This is why so many people in our generation were Navy SEALs, because we were perfectly trained for it. We need you to go undercover and go, where the fuck did they go? They were gone already. They're like, yeah, I got it. I figured it out.
Yeah.
But we grew with it, so we were okay with it. We grew the technology because this is all the things we wanted. This is everything we hoped. We grew with it. Like we got what we wanted. Now the generation after us, even the early millennials to middle millennials, right? They were basically the same as us. They're a couple years younger than us, but they grew up the same thing before all that stuff, and they grew with it.
Right.
Late millennials and Gen Z and now these fucking alpha retards, they have no idea, right?
Drink.
Everything is right there, so simple. Okay, hold on. That bourbon with splash of ginger beer is great. They have no idea.
Yeah.
And and again, like we had it, the whole thing for the internet is like, you were going to have every answer in your pocket.
But here's the thing. Here's the difference.
They've wasted it. They've wasted all of it.
Here's the difference, though. We, as a generation going through all of this that you're saying, we actually were learning something prior to this. We weren't dumb. Like we had to know stuff. We had to know how to add and subtract and multiply, divide, look at a fucking clock and read it.
Yeah. Tell time.
Tell time.
Write. Type.
Know how to like write in cursive and do all this
Navigate.
stuff.
I got to get here. How
Look
do I
at a
get there?
map,
I
an
don't know.
actual
We'll
map,
figure it out.
a paper map.
Yeah.
You know, before MapQuest came and all that
Well,
shit.
hell, even MapQuest, you had to print it out and be like, "Where the fuck am I? What are you
Exactly.
A binder while you're driving? What's happening?
And
turn left where?"
But now, again, with all of this stuff that that I love so much, has dumbed everybody down so much that no one has to add in their head. No one has to do anything because it's right in your pocket.
Well, I think you said it.
And
perfectly.
I think that is a downfall of society. I think we are stupid as shit.
Well, you said it perfectly.
How do you, as a kid, not know how to read a clock?
We
how do you
had
not know how to sign a paper?
You said it. What did we have to do? We had to know how to do things.
Exactly.
They don't have to know anything.
But that's a huge problem.
It's a massive problem. And that's part of the stuff that, like I said, those teachers were complaining about. They don't want to know because they don't care. They've grown up in this easy ass society.
But how are you going to live? Like, what is your future? Like, what is that future is my question.
It's like other ththings we've talked about. They don't care.
So when like the motherboard goes down and everything goes down, right? And we all know how to.
What goes down?
When the whole motherboard goes down, right?
I don't even want to get you going on that, but okay.
You and I know how to do things without computer anything, right? What are all these other people going to do that don't know how to exist without all of this bullshit? We know how to do it. My sisters know how to do it, who are younger than me. They're millennial. So what is this generation going to do when the shit hits the fan? Is my question.
Die. I mean, because they have no skills.
Exactly.
They have no skill sets. They have no knowledge. I mean, they'll just die. I mean, maybe we can. I told you the other day, we need the purge.
I know how to live in the woods. I know how to live in the woods. I know how to do things. I
pray for the purge. I pray for the purge every day. Like, hey, starting at midnight, all crime is legal until noon the next day. All right, fucking set that siren off. Let's go. I'm ready.
I don't know. That's a bad idea.
I'm ready to go. Is it?
Yes, because people are gonna hurt. Like,
well, no. The whole thing for the purge was that you can secure yourself in your residence, and you just wait out the time, and then you're good to go. But if you were out, all crime was legal. So.
Oh, is that? I see. I didn't see any of those movies, so I don't know what that's all about. But
the first and the third one are really good. The other ones, eh. But yeah, we need the purge. Start the siren. Let's go. Because otherwise, this shit's gonna turn into fucking Hills Have Eyes real quick.
Yeah.
What advice would you give to somebody in their 20s and 30s? And would the advice be the same, or would somebody in their 20s and somebody in their 30s, would you give them different advice?
About what?
Dating.
Don't
dating.
Do it.
Life and dating together.
Don't do it.
We were me and Brooke were walking yesterday, and we were passing this group of people who were standing on the one side of a walkway, and they all had a bunch of balloons. And we're walking by, and Brooke goes, "What's going on over there?" I go, "Either somebody died or somebody's getting proposed to. Either way, I'm sorry."
Right. Advice for 20-year-olds or 30-year-olds. God, I honestly, I don't know, because I feel like they're struggling just the same. I feel like everybody's in the same boat, no matter what age right now. We're all in the same boat of this horrible dating situation. So I really don't know what I would tell somebody. I mean, if you find someone good, hold on to them, because the grass isn't going to be greener on the other side.
Yeah.
Like, don't do this whole, I'm going to play around. I'm going to have, uh, be with this one, that one. And, if you find somebody and they're a good person and they're good to you, fucking hold on tight, because what's out there isn't that great. And the older you get, the worse it gets.
Especially the older you get.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite lines from Seinfeld when he's talking to his uncle. He's like, if you could find somebody who could stand your presence for more than 5 consecutive seconds, hold on to them like grim death, which isn't far off, by the way.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So,
don't be out there with the community dick. Like, don't just.
I know where you got community dick from.
So just hold on to a good person. That would be my advice. Because I feel like in my 20s and 30s, like, you always feel like you're with somebody and you're like, I don't know.
There's something
better. There's got to be something better. And
Newsflash, there isn't.
Yeah, and then you move on, or it doesn't work, and then you're like, you just start all over again, and you just repeat and repeat and repeat until, and here you are, 47 and alone, because you think something's better out there and it's not. Or, and I'm not saying that just me. I'm not saying that was just me. I'm just saying in general, like, don't
I know.
think that the grass is greener on the other side if you have something good, or, and I don't even know what to even say about like marriage or any of that, getting into that situation, because we've both been there. I necessarily don't know how I feel about it now.
Oh, I'm not getting married again.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's no, the way I feel about marriage, it doesn't mean, before I got married and divorced, I thought getting married was like the ultimate like show of like, this is how much I love you. This is how much I'm committed to you.
Yeah.
Right.
But that's what it should be, right?
That's what it should be. But afterwards, you see it and you go, well, marriage, it doesn't mean that at all. Like, you can be together for 50 years and never have gotten married. Doesn't mean either of you never were fully invested in the other person, or
right.
Wasn't fully in love with the other person. You just never saw the need to do it. What to have spend a shitload of money, to have a big party, to have a bunch of people show up, to eat a bunch of food and booze, and then take some expensive pictures. Like,
so okay, let me ask you this, because I've heard this already, where if you're in a committed relationship with somebody, right?
mm-hmm.
And say you're with somebody for 5 years or more, or whatever, and they have not asked you to marry them, people think that's a problem.
I would agree with that. That I would say, if you've been with somebody for 5 years and the other person hasn't asked to marry you, that might be a problem.
But here's my question though. Is that like a goal, or is that just like, we both know we don't want this and we're okay?
Well, I say it's a problem, because are you telling me in all the time that you two have been together, you two have never had that conversation? Like, that conversation didn't happen in the first year?
But that's what I'm saying. Okay, so what I'm saying is, in your situation where you say you're never getting married again, but then if you're in a relationship with somebody and you've been in a relationship with them for 5 years, are you saying you're never getting married again?
Well, I would have that conversation, because I would have that conversation up front.
Yeah.
And be like, I do not want to get married.
Right.
I don't want to get married. We can be together until, literal death do us part, but I don't want to get married. I don't see the purpose of it. And if you have a problem with it, then let's get that out now and decide what we want to do.
Right.
I mean, never say never, but it doesn't make anything better. It doesn't make anything more special.
The only
it
thing
makes
that
other things more difficult.
But the only thing, all that is a contract for everything else, as far as insurance, and everything else that goes along with everything
It's
is
a
better
legal
when you're
document.
yeah, it's all this other bullshit that goes along with it, so everybody can get an easier tax break, all this bullshit that goes because
You get insurance, you get it's for property and taxes and everything else.
right. It has
has
nothing to do with
with
you and the person.
love and affection. It has nothing to
Exactly.
do
It
with
has nothing to
So
do with it. So that is a crock of shit.
that's why I say I'm never going to do it. And if I was ever with somebody, and like I said, that would be upfront. That would be something I would say. I don't
Would
want
I
kids
want a
anymore.
ring? But what I would
I don't want kids.
But what
Oh,
I
you
want
get a ring.
what I want a
would say you
ring?
wanna
Yes,
get a
I
ring.
want a fucking ring.
I can understand the ring, to be honest.
And he's got to wear
because-
one too.
Yeah, no, and like I said, I can understand the ring because the ring is like that symbolic.
Right.
We
We are committed to each other.
Yes,
Right.
I understand that.
Yeah.
But then the whole actual marriage and all the other nonsense, like, just fucking take a lot of seats with that. I don't need it. So
I said today to somebody, I was like, Jesus Christ himself is going to have to come and say, this is it right here. Here he is, for me to do that again.
speak your words or forever hold your peace. And Jesus shows up and be like, don't do it.
Yeah. Don't you wish that was the case though?
Like,
Don't you wish that
You're welcome.
somebody was just like, no, this isn't it, and just saved you all that heartache and bullshit you had to go through for divorcing somebody?
I'm going to start a business where brides and grooms can hire me
Yeah.
to go to weddings and be the person who goes, don't do, stands
Yeah.
up and be like, don't do it for whatever.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. And they'll be like, oh my God, you know what? Maybe.
Well,
Because that's all people need.
it's,
They
you know
just
what
need
it
somebody
is?
to be
It's
like-
a lot of pressure on people.
Well,
It's a lot of pressure because not only and we've talked about this in previous shows, right? Where you reach a certain age, like your 30s, and I think for women, it's, I don't want to say girls, but for women, like in their 20s, it's younger for them than it is for guys, I
Yeah.
feel. And you have to get to this point in your life and this timeline. There's this fucking timeline all the time, where, oh, I got to be married by this time, and I should be married by this time, and I should be having kids, and blah blah
Yeah,
blah, and
society
my
puts this
body's
on you.
shutting down, and all this shit. And it's just it's craziness, the pressure just to get married. I don't understand. I don't get it.
No,
I don't want anybody
it's society stuff.
like
we're talking
now,
about.
thinking back on it now, I don't want anybody dictating my relationship with anybody or my timeline with somebody or what we do and what we don't do or how we're doing it. Right?
Agreed. Yeah, I agree.
You have to. Oh, do I?
You must.
And the way these weddings are, right? The way, the whole pomp and circumstance of these weddings. Oh, the limos and the flowers and the music and the this and the why? Who says who is the question. Who made up these rules for these weddings that this is what you do for a wedding and a reception and this is how it goes? I want to know who came up with these party things, because
It's the terrible. I'll tell you who came up with them. You're not going to like the answer, but I'll tell you who came up with them. Women. Women came up with this. I'm not even joking. No straight man has ever thought, listen, if you polled most guys getting married and said, listen, if she was 1,000% with it, no problems, no issues, she was actually in favor of it, would you two rather just go to the courthouse and sign a paper and be married? 98% of guys would say absolutely. Absolutely. But they go along with it because this is how women were raised.
But
right?
but here's the other thing.
The wedding is women's Super Bowl.
But
This is your day.
Here's the other thing,
It's not
though.
men's. It's yours.
But also, let's include this, is other people, it's family members also. You don't think that your mother, and I'm not saying your mother in general, I'm just saying a guy's mother and parents don't want to see their son walking down an aisle and getting married in a church and doing the whole thing. It's the same thing.
Yeah. Women.
But I'm just saying, like, it's family involved too. Oh, you have to get married in the church. Like, I got that horse shit. Oh, you got to get married in the church. You have to get married in the church, and we got to do this, and we got to do. Why?
But it's.
And my wedding wasn't even my wedding. It was like my mother's wedding.
Yeah, it's always for somebody else. Usually,
the whole
right?
fucking thing is for
It's
everybody
the bride,
else.
it's for the mother, it's for dad, it's for everybody.
The reception's for everybody else. I didn't even enjoy my reception. I enjoyed it for like a little bit because I was getting pulled left and right, which we've already discussed in a previous show. I don't want to repeat myself, but I'm just saying, like, it doesn't. I would say to younger people, like, you don't have to do this whole timeline. Get the timeline out of your head. Unless you want a family and that's what you want to do. I mean, then you have to kind of go down that road. But if you're not really into it and you just want, like, there's no rush to get married and get involved in that whole hoopla.
Do you have any other? We have one more don't.
For dating?
Sure.
Because
right now I have don't do it. Don't go in for peer pressure. We almost have it. Almost get your bingo cards out. Almost got that third D.
I'll have to think about it. Just
damn it.
Yeah, just keep going. I'll think about it. I'll get it. I'll have it. We just need to keep going with something.
My 3 Ds are dumb, dipshit, and damn it. Let's see. Do I have one more good question here? What's one thing, and only one thing, that you would change about dating today?
You should know this answer already.
I'm going to take a sip.
Just one thing?
Just one. Man. You only get one. It's like Spider-Man on Family Guy. Everybody gets one. Isn't that right, Peter? I guess.
You know what my answer is going to be. You know what it is. You know the one thing that drives me insane, and I think that's the problem.
I know it. The audience doesn't know it.
They know it.
Don't say it.
The technology is killing dating.
Not just technology.
Not just
technology.
Yeah, the technology is killing dating. Yes, absolutely. That's the one thing that I think it's really, I don't even know. I have no words for it anymore.
So this is our challenge to all of our listeners who are looking for dates. If you're already married, you've already made your poor decision. Suck it up. If you're looking to if you're still in the dating world, this is your summer reading, so that you can all get your Pizza Hut Book It personal pizza.
I forgot about Book It.
It was the best.
With the stars.
That's old Pizza Hut. I miss.
Didn't you get like the stickers? Like you get like little star. Yeah.
Yeah, you got the stickers and you got your pin. You got to go and you got your pan pizza and
right. When things were good.
When things were good.
Yeah.
But your reading for the summer is go out, see somebody that you are attracted to or not attracted to. It's good exercise. And go and talk to them. Mm. That's everybody's summer reading. Go talk to someone of the opposite sex or same sex, whatever you're into, or both. Bisexual people are just greedy. Pick one. Pick a lane. We all had to
pick a lane.
Like we all have to fucking sniper shoot, and you're just up here shotgun blasting. No.
Right.
But yeah, go find somebody you're attracted to and speak to them in public, not on a site, not on an app. Go talk to them. Ask for their number. You can text. That's fine.
Yeah, but
And,
again, people don't want to do that either.
What, text?
Yeah, like
That's all I
again,
want to do. I don't want to talk to people on the phone. What, are you crazy?
exactly. I know this.
I don't
But
know.
I'm just saying, like, I think again, that too is also a problem.
I don't mind texting. I think texting you can talk more. Back in the day, somebody's like, oh, I'm at work.
Yeah, but you're not getting the feeling of that person through text. I totally disagree with you.
Text is just to keep communication going.
I'm saying when you're trying to get to know somebody in the dating world and you're trying to start a relationship with somebody, texting's not the way to go. Sorry, no.
Well, that's what dates are for. I'm trying to get people to go out on dates with each other.
Okay.
Texting is
coming from the expert.
Oh, I know how to talk to people. I just don't want to go out with anybody.
Right.
You want to go out tonight? No,
No.
I don't. No. Are other people going to be there? Yes. No, you can cut me out of that. No, thank you.
I talk to people all the time. I'm always out in public. You know that any of one of my functions that I am at is probably 98% men, 99% men, right? I'm mostly the only female most times, if it's not an event where they can bring their wives. And I talk to all kinds of people. So I'm out there talking to people, but all these people are not single. They're all, so none of the, and here's the other thing that doesn't help me is that I'm in this realm of working in a male dominated, what's the word I'm looking for?
Business industry.
Yes, thank you.
I said two things. I gave you two answers. You gave me one.
So it's kind of hard when you're hanging out with, like, all of my guys I hang out with from work and we go to dinner, go wherever. I'm with these guys. So where does that help me in the single world when there's potential around me, but no one's coming up to me and talking to me because I'm with men all the time and nobody knows if I'm with this one, with that one, single, married. No one knows because I'm constantly around men. So that doesn't help a single girl like me.
You got to go over.
Yeah.
You're hanging around a bunch of guys. It's automatic dick repellent.
Right, but most of these people are.
You've been spraying off. You need to start spraying on.
But most of these people that are at these things are mostly all have girlfriends or are married. So I'm like the black sheep of all of these events.
I'm not going to sit here. First of all, that joke I gave you was fucking golden. I'm not just going to sit here and have that passed over.
What joke?
I said, you keep spraying off. You need to spray on. I'm not going to just let some fucking gem get blown in the wind, some fucking fart.
Oh, man.
Gold, Jerry.
Gold.
But
do you understand what I'm saying, though?
Yeah, no, I understand it, and that's why I said that you have to, if you're out with the guys and you see a guy you'd like to go talk to, you're going to have to go because guys are not. Listen, I don't know why women act like we're some fucking complicated creature. We're not. All right, we're dumb. We don't understand things. Okay, that's why. But why doesn't he get the hit?
I'm glad.
Don't get hits.
I'm
Just
glad
tell us
you
what you want.
Admitted it. Thank you.
Why don't he pick up on the hints I'm giving him? Just fucking tell me.
I give hints all the time. I give hints all the time. All the time. And nobody picks it up. Nobody picks it up. And I'm just like, are you that fucking stupid?
Yes, we are. We're not designed for this.
How is it that you're just like, oh, I'm free all weekend. I'm free all week. I'm free all the fucking time. No response.
Golden retrievers.
No response.
Golden retrievers. All right.
That should be like, hey, you want to do something? Hey, you're available? Cool. Nope. I get fucking crickets. So it is not my fault. Here we go.
I told
You're
you.
getting me fired up. It is not
Yeah.
my fault that you are all dumb
It is your fault.
and don't get it.
Because you've hot water burned baby so many times, but you still
Are
keep
you
sticking
for
your hands in
real
hot
right
water.
now? Are you for real?
You have
Get
to tell us
going.
things. You have to
Yeah.
tell us things. We don't get it. We don't work at
What
hints.
do you need to? It's not a hint.
Just say things to us.
It's
We don't
not a
get it.
hint. It's blatant in your face all the time.
So
Blatant.
that's why I'm saying if you're out with the guys and there's a guy you like, the other guy is not coming up to you because he's not gonna.
I don't want any of those guys coming up to me anyway. I'm just saying it doesn't help me in a situation where I hang out, where my business functions are all men, and everybody I work with is a guy. I'm the only chick in my building. I do. And let me tell you, they tell me, this one's a loser. Don't waste your time. Trust me, they tell me. So
Philly's up 3-0, by the way.
Thank you. Anywho.
Okay. There we go. I know we'd get there. I knew I'd do it.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, season finale. Last words. We're at 65 minutes, so you know.
I don't have any last words.
It's the season finale. You gotta have.
I don't.
Words.
You've asked me all kinds of questions. I gave you the answers. I've given my wisdom. I don't have any last words for the season finale. Sorry, people. I don't have it.
Wow.
Wait for season 2.
Oh, let's see. I like it. Really sucking people. Like, ooh, what is it? You'll find out. Who shot JR? These answers and more will be
right.
These questions and more will be answered in the. I wish I could remember off the hand one of the old Batman cartoon things or TV show things on the next episode. I'll just go with the you can't expect people to work or live or think like you do.
Are you saying that for yourself?
Yes, for me, for everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly for me, but so yeah, I don't know when season 2 will start. Whenever we have material, I guess.
Yeah.
Or which requires going out in the public, which I'm not a fan of. So me 8 seconds into every social event. Oh fuck! What time's this thing over?
Right.
Did everybody see me? Because I can just leave.
Right.
Oh God! Just thinking about the public.
It could be like a couple weeks from now, or our new season. Like it just needs, we need to regroup.
It could be next week. Who knows?
Yeah.
Coming
I think
soon.
it's just because it's a lot's going on. The weather's nice. Functions are happening. I'm busy with work stuff. You're busy with your stuff. And it's getting, it's just a little busy right now, where when it's colder and winter and we're like indoors doing that, like then, it was a little easier.
So yeah, the next season, unlike me, the next season coming soon. So
yeah.
But thanks everybody for listening. Send in some topics you'd like us to talk about.
You want to hear us bitch about
that you'd like to just so it could be about whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't have to just be dating.
Our thoughts on anything.
Yeah, I ask anybody who knows us. We'll
definitely talk about it.
We will definitely give you our opinion on anything.
For sure.
Politics, religion, dating,
new Pop-Tart. all the hot topics.
New Pop-Tart.
You're not supposed to talk about religion and politics and
says who?
I don't know. It's just what you're not supposed to do because it just gets everybody riled up.
Here's my short answer on all three, right? Religion, politics, and what was the other one?
Dating.
Relationships, dating.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here's my quick overview on all of them. It's all horseshit. It's all a joke. It's all a bunch of people who don't want to do anything for anybody, who just want to be in control. They just want money and power. Fuck all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Religion's a joke. Politics is a joke. Trump's a fucking buffoon. Biden doesn't even know he's president. They're both terrible. Vote for me. Write me in. Everybody, these are the two fucking, before we go, here's how we end season 1. This is what our two fucking choices.
Uh-oh. Here he goes.
These are our two fucking choices. The fucking ginger convict, sociopath, and fucking Grandpa Joe. These are our two fucking choices.
You know, there
for
is
the future of America. You're not going to be for the future of America. If either one of these two fucks live through the next goddamn election, I'd be surprised. Jesus, fuck. This is what we have. I don't care what side of the aisle you're on. You know what side of the aisle I'm on? Common sense. Nobody here to vote for.
Oh,
these two fucking buffoons. You guys, I know, I get it. You love to drive around your fucking pickup truck with your fucking Trump flag waving the back. Good for you and your fucking micro penis. You love Joe Biden. You walk around with his shit on and his sunglasses picture, whatever he got. Good for you. I'm glad you don't think anything about anything. Congratulations. Either way, we are capital F fucked. One guy doesn't know he's president. The other guy is trying to be president so that he can fucking do whatever the hell he wants. Jesus, fuck. I don't want to live in this country anymore. And we can't even move to Canada anymore because they're no better. And I don't really care for maple syrup. I do love hockey, though. So, fuck your politics. Fuck your religion. Fuck dating. Stay home. Watch Cops.
Wow.
Order some Chinese food. And
that was a good one. That was good.
I hate them all.
That got you fired right up.
I hate them all. I hate politics. I love politics because I know how important it is to our day-to-day life. I hate politicians.
Right.
And we're at a point now where it is, if you're not with my guy, you're with the other guy. I'm not with either one of them.
Right.
Trump is terrible. Let's all be honest. I don't care what your feelings are about Trump is terrible. He is. Joe Biden, no better. Trash. Stupid people breed stupid people. And we are at the apex of fucking cocksucker and dipshit.
Okay. On that note,
thanks for listening. Send in your topics. We all appreciate it. Until next time. Good luck, everybody. Good night.
Well, that's it for season 1, boys and girls. We hope you enjoyed it. We hope you were entertained. Hope you weren't too offended. And if you were, such is life. We don't really care anyway. But we do appreciate it. If you guys have any thoughts or comments, concerns, things that you would like us to discuss in the future, please let us know. We'd love to cover whatever you have for us. But until next time, enjoy yourself, have fun, get out there, enjoy the weather, enjoy summer. And until next time, as always, good luck.